Hello and welcome to League One Predictions Game Week 42, of course, and we will also be doing a Vertu Trophy final prediction as well between Peterborough and Birmingham City. Sadly, I will not be in the Birmingham end. I couldn't get a ticket because of the ridiculous just people online trying to get tickets. But yeah, let's just dive in straight into these predictions in League One. So we head to the DW, or the Brick Community Stadium, as it is now called, as Wigan take on Wrexham. The battle of the W's, of course. Wrexham do lose this. I think they gift the trophy to Birmingham. Birmingham get promoted last night at Peterborough United, which is very good for us. Yeah, very good, solid win. Last time out for Wrexham against Burton Albion. Wigan back-to-back draws under Ryan drawing at Exeter and Leyton Orient. Wrexham lose. They hand the trophy to Birmingham. I think a draw might do it as well. But I can't see a draw or a loss for Wrexham in this one, and I can only see one-way traffic, and we're going to get dragged into that relegation zone a little bit more, as I'm going to go Wrexham to win 2-0 away from home, get the job done, similar to what we did when we went to the Brick Community Stadium, and Wrexham to get a nice 2-0 win and maybe close down Birmingham and just drag it out that little bit longer. Wickham take on Stevenage at Adams Park. Wickham getting a good win over Huddersfield Town last night. Very good, solid away win for them, with Udo getting the only goal in that one. Stevenage beating Crawley at the weekend before losing to Stockport before that. Yeah, Stevenage good. They seem to be playing for something anyway, playing for a bit of pride maybe under Alex Ravel there. Yeah, Stevenage got good defence, but I think Wickham, I think this could be a 0-0 or a scrappy game, because Wickham's defence is also very, very good. I think head-to-head, sure, Wickham beat these 3-0 back earlier on in December. It was Boxing Day, these two sides played out. For prediction, I'm going to back Wickham to win this by a goal to nil. I think it'll be scrappy but tight, and Wickham will get the job done and keep the heat and pressure on Wrexham for that top two places in League One. Barnsley take on Bolton in League One. These two sides played last 2 years in the playoffs. Safe to say that won't be happening this season. Bolton losing their game in hand last night and now falling out of the playoffs by a couple of points, losing at home to Rotherham, who've really picked up since Steve Evans left. Maybe it was the Steve Evans effect there, because they are now starting to win at games and they're starting to pick up. Barnsley losing 6-2 at Birmingham last time out. Didn't play midweek, so might be well rested and well recovered for this one. Earlier on in the season, it was a 2-1 away win for Barnsley at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium, I think it is, in Bolton. So yeah, I'm gonna back a 1-1. I think this will be a tight game. I just think Barnsley might frustrate Bolton a little bit, and Stephen Schumacher's side they haven't been scoring many goals, and I can't see them scoring many goals here. So yeah, I'm going Barnsley 1, Bolton 1 in this one, and the teams that love playing each other will get another draw on the board. Bristol Rovers take on Exeter, which could be a pretty big game at the bottom. Bristol Rovers cannot buy a win, or cannot even buy a point at the moment at the bottom of the Scotbet League One table. I mean, do they have any star players? Chris Martin, I know, plays for them, but Ford and Shaw, they do have some good players, Bristol Rovers, but they put enough fight, but they just don't win games, and they can't even get a point here. I think they might get something against Exeter though, because they're fighting for their lives. Exeter looking like they're going to be safe under Gary Caldwell. The Birmingham of the Championship, they are the last few years, are Exeter City and Scotbet League One this season, or have been for the last few seasons when they have stayed up. But yeah, Bristol Rovers, they need to win, because Burton are chipping at their heels, and so are Crawley, if they can get a win out here today. But I'm going to back Bristol Rovers. I know they haven't won in donkeys. This probably comes as a shock to most people, but I'm going to back Bristol Rovers by a goal to nil, 1-0 at home. Crowd be up for it, maybe. Don't know about that, but it's decent little ground, Bristol Rovers. So yeah, I think they'll be in a bit of trouble. I think maybe Shaw gets the goal, or a Donker, who's been in fine form lately. But yeah, Bristol Rovers to beat Exeter by a goal to nil. Burton take on Huddersfield at the Pirelli, where Burton need to win this if they are to keep up with Bristol Rovers, etc., and the likes of Wigan, Exeter and Northampton in this division. They lost away at Wrexham on Saturday, but they were down to 10 men very, very early in that one with... who got sent off? Charlie Webster getting sent off in the 11th minute. You're never going to survive away at Wrexham that long. Huddersfield, a bit disappointing last night against Wigan. Probably thought they could have got something, but they beat Mansfield back on the weekend. And Jonathan Worthington's team be looking to bounce back against the Brewers in this one. Burton do have some fine players themselves. I mean, they've got Romain Burrell. I mean, they've got Coglio Chalke from Southampton and a few other. Max Crocombe in goal from Grimsby, from Grimsby a few seasons back. But I'm gonna back Huddersfield to win this. I think it'll be scrappy. I think it'll be 2-1 to Huddersfield Town here against Burton Albion, and an inconsistent Huddersfield keep chipping away with points, and maybe they might just get the players. It would be quite funny to see them get the players, but I don't think they'll win it. You need momentum going into players. So yeah, I'm going Burton 1, Huddersfield 2. Cambridge are back at the Abbey Stadium and back playing at home against Charlton. Unbeaten in 4, Cambridge drawing 3 and winning 1, and that was last Saturday against Shrewsbury Town. And Michael Appleton, who is, Shrewsbury are down, I think. They lose on Saturday. They are confirmed relegated to Sky Bet League 2. Will be massive disappointment for the Shrews fans. Charlton drew Lincoln on Saturday, but disappointing not to get all 3. They started the game really poorly by going 2 goals down, remember. Looking to bounce back in this one. Will Charlton Athletic. I could see them probably doing it as well, because they are very good in that aspect going forward, scoring 4 against Huddersfield. They know how to score goals, do Charlton. And I can't see Cambridge's unbeaten run continuing here. And I'm going to back Charlton by 3 goals to 1 away from home. I'm going Cambridge 1, Charlton 3 in this one. And Nathan Jones's side get another result on the board. And I'm going to reckon Matt Godden will grab another couple. And so will Doherty and Gillespie as well, maybe. So yeah, I'm going to Charlton to win this 3-1. Crawley take on Leyton Orient now. Leyton Orient winning last night, their game in hand. Still in with a mini outside shot of the playoffs, but you would have to say they would have to get 5 in 5 now to probably get into those playoff places, maybe 5 out of 6 and drawing or losing the other one, but I'm not sure they'll want to do that. Crawley need to win this game. I think they are pretty much gone if they don't win this. They have been really unfortunate in the last 2 games. They're losing to Peterborough 4-3, probably should have won that game. See it hurt from what I've heard. And then losing to Stevenage. Crawley have got to win this. Can they do it against Leyton Orient? Scott Lindsay bounce home, crowd be rocking. You know what? Let's do it. Crawley are going to beat Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient's playoffs hopes are pretty much gone. They've got a few ballers like Donnelly and Kelman in their side. But yeah, I'm going back to Scott Lindsay's Crawley here, and they're going to win by 1-0. Another scrappy home 1-0 under Scott Lindsay. And they're going to beat Leyton Orient by 1-0. I'm going Crawley 1, Leyton Orient 0 in this one. Lincoln take on Shrewsbury with relegation all but sealed for the Shrews. They take on a Lincoln side who aren't really playing for anything, so it's basically 2 teams that aren't playing for anything at all in this division, which usually leads to a bit of a dull game, but I don't think Lincoln are going to play this dull with the Shropshire defence or the Shrewsbury defence like this as they are. I think Michael Appleton will be looking for a result. He's coming a bit at the wrong time, but he's an absolutely terrible coach anyway. So I'm going to back Lincoln to win this. I just think they'll have enough more power over Shrewsbury out here. They've got James Collins up to 34 years of age. He needs to probably retire, but he's still banging the goals. Jovan McCarmer, also brilliant baller, young player, and Tariq DeWick were around the back, and Adam Jackson with plenty of experience for Lincoln. So I'm going to back Lincoln to win this. I'm going to go 4-0 to Lincoln. I think they love scoring goals against the lower teams. So yeah, I'm going Lincoln City 4, Shrewsbury Town 0 in this game, and Lincoln to stay mid-table and maybe try and kick on next season now. Northampton against Reading, and Reading's playoff push continued last night by beating Shrewsbury by a goal to nil, back-to-back wins for Reading Football Club. Are they going to go extinct and maybe get in the playoffs? Would be insane. I said this a few weeks back. It would be insane if that happened. Northampton beating Peterborough 4-0 on the Saturday. Last Saturday. Sixfield's really, really tough place to go for Reading, and it definitely won't be a walkover. Birmingham have struggled there. I think Wrexham almost struggled there as well. So yeah, really, really tough place to go is this, and I could definitely see Reading slipping up, but I think they'll have enough quality to beat Northampton in this one, unfortunately for them. No, or do they? No, I don't think they do, actually. Northampton, home crowd are usually up for it, always up for it at Sixfield. They get up for their team, and they have, again, in big games, and this is a big game for Northampton. So, yeah, I'm going to go back at 1-1. Northampton that step closer to safety, even though their home record isn't good, but they always seem to turn up for the big sides at home, so we'll see about that. So yeah, I'm going Northampton 1, Reading 1 in this one, and another point for Northampton, a step closer to safety. Reading, it feel like 2 drop points for them. And the final game before we move on to the Vertu Trophy final, where Stockport County take on Rotherham United. Rotherham 3 wins on the bounce since Steve Evans has gone against Northampton, Blackpool and Bolton. Stockport also 3 wins on the bounce against Burton, Stevenage and Exeter. Very good wins for Dave Challoner. And can he get his team to go up to the Championship? Could they do the back-to-back like Wrexham did maybe this season? Will be interesting. It will be, yeah, be back-to-back for Stockport, not back-to-back because they came up a year early, I think. Stockport, I mean, I think they'll easily get in the playoffs comfortably. It's whether they can sustain that for the whole season. And, I think they have sustained it for the whole season. It's whether they can sustain it in the playoffs and keep up that high intensity pressure of the league. Yeah. Rotherham in good form, though, beating Bolton last night. Rotherham in really good form. No, but I am going to back Stockport. I think this will be tight. I think Rotherham will go for it. I'm going to back a 3-2 spot Stockport. They like a lot of goals, and Rotherham will give this a go with the team they have at the moment, which just Steve Evans punching them down their weight a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to Stockport to win this 3-2. I think it'll be really tight. But yeah, Stockport get the job done and job over on Rotherham. And now into the Vertu Trophy final we go as Birmingham City take on Peterborough United. Birmingham playing Peterborough last night 2-1 win, of course, Forest and sealing promotion. Brilliant win. This is going to be a different ball game at Wembley though, because it's at Wembley. Peterborough will be up for it. It's a bigger pitch. I know we probably suited to a bigger pitch ourselves, but we have finally got here. And yeah, Peterborough knocking out Wrexham last time out. Birmingham beating Bradford with that Lyndon Dykes goal in the 90th minute. Oh no, it was 85th. Sorry, wasn't it? Something like that for Lyndon Dykes. Yeah, who is going to win the Vertu Trophy? God only knows. I know Birmingham were resting some players last night, Stansfield, etc. Paik was being rested. I know that much. But after seeing promotion, will Birmingham be too much on the party poopers and maybe could slip up here at Wembley? I know there's going to be 43,000 Birmingham fans there. Won't be there, unfortunately. Peterborough, there's going to be so many empty seats at Wembley with Peterborough taking not many at all. But I am going to back Birmingham to win this just in extra time. I think it'd be 2-1. I think it'd be like the league game. It'd be very tight, very congested, very compact and very tight. But I'm going to back Birmingham 2-1, probably in extra time to get the job done. So yeah, Birmingham will beat Peterborough and win another bit of success to add to Birmingham's success this season. Sorry, but yeah, Birmingham to win the Vertu Trophy in extra time and beat Peterborough in what will be a very, very tight game of football, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching League One Predictions Game Week 42. We'll be back for Premier League predictions tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hopefully get to 30 subscribers by the end of the week. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.